Yeah, hi, this is Scott, and this is Dane with Crossroads Bootcamp. And we're back again this week to give a little idea of what we do with kettlebells and how we build on that. Now, the kettlebell is a very old technique. It's a very old school method of exercise. It comes from Russia. It's at least 500 years old. And this is a technique that's been practiced by Soviet Special Forces, Spetsnaz, for years, and now has been part of the Soviet conditioning program. And it's through the years, it's found its way here to Crossroads Bootcamp. So one of the reasons we lift kettlebells, they're different than a traditional dumbbell or some exercises you may have done in a regular, what you might call a regular bodybuilding type gym, because the kettlebell allows for more speed, more power, and more movement. And again, we generate power and speed, not necessarily just straight movement, but power, speed equals more energy, raise your metabolism, burn more calories, get more fat off your body, get more long, lean muscle on your body, which the kettlebell does. Now, the most basic of kettlebell exercises is a swing, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to have Dane just pick up kettlebell here, and we're looking at him from the side. Now, if you notice, if you saw our deadlift film, he's got, go ahead and just deadlift that again, Dane. You see good form, his back straight, his weight's towards the heels, and he lifts with the rear. Okay, now go ahead and start swinging the ball. So he's going to start moving. Now, this is the basis of everything we do with kettlebells. Now, if you can watch him, nice bend in the knees, back stays flat. So what he's doing, he's not moving the ball with his back. It's all coming from his thighs, glutes, hamstrings. Weights towards the heels. Now, you won't be able to see this, but he could probably wiggle his toes the whole time here. Now, if we want to build on this exercise, well, before we do that, let's show you some common mistakes. Okay, so the first one is, if you notice, he's got a lot of speed, a lot of movement. The first mistake is to keep the body straight and try to do it as an arm thing. Okay, so go just do the arm thing. Just try to muscle it up. Yeah, he's still pretty strong. He can do it. But you notice how much harder that is. Do another one. That's a lot of effort. And also, it's a lot of stress on the back because the ball's out here. Okay, so that's the first mistake. The second one is to, again, keep the knees straight and round the back. And this is hard on the back, and unfortunately, don't do that anymore because it doesn't work the glutes, doesn't work the hamstrings or the rear posterior chain, which is what we want to do. So once you have the kettlebell down, there's a lot of things we could build on this to really increase even more speed and more power. So if you just start swinging this kettlebell again, Dane, go ahead, get some nice swings. Okay, now he can switch from right hand to left hand. And you just switch hands. Now, the nice thing about this is every time he's handled it with one hand, you might say, well, God, that's a lot of weight for one arm, but it really isn't, because you're really doing it with your legs, right?
Yes.
And also, what he has to do when he's shifted hands, he has to stabilize it with his body. Now, Dane's kind of been around kettlebells for a while, so we're going to get a little fancy. Go ahead and flip it. So he can flip the kettlebell. Now, what does he have to do? He's got a lot of control and a lot of speed. Nice, a lot of power takes to do that, grip strength, wonderful. Now he can just take this and go to a high pull, which is now getting a little more of the upper body involved, but still same swing from the glutes and the hammies. Now eventually, that's not what this video is about, but we'll talk about this at a later date, is he can go to the snatch. He can take this all the way over the head. Right, now keep going, just go and rack a few more of those off. So he's getting pretty winded, this is hard work. So what's happening here with the snatch is now not only are we moving the weight, but we're moving it over a very long range, which again, more power, more output, more calories, more fat loss, more long, lean muscle build. So go ahead and put it down. That's kind of a workout, just that last minute and a half, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so want to learn more about kettlebells, kettlebell training, and see how that can give you strong glutes, thighs, burn more fat, burn more muscle than anything you may have been doing traditionally. Get down to Crossroads Bootcamp. We're happy to see you, and we love to work with kettlebells here. So have a great day. Thanks, Dane.